I wonder if we could briefly touch on precious metals. I mean, you've been a strong advocate of gold. You talked about your interest when you saw the inflation of the 70s, and, well, 10 years, gold hasn't experienced a losing year. You see maybe $1,500 or $2,000 in your sights in the next year or two?
I don't think 1,600 is out of line, right? But I'm not, I should clarify that, is I bought most of my gold at under 300, and so I have enough gold, and I just sort of watch it and chuckle and laugh, But I think the biggest play is actually silver, because there's more gold than silver on planet Earth today. So I just tell my friends who don't have any, you should have at least, let's say it takes you $1,000 a month to just survive, buy food. I would have $1,000 of gold or $1,000 of silver, a 2-year supply of it, just in case the dollar does collapse. And that way, at least gold, and I don't mean, I have bars and I have all that other stuff. But at least have some coins, Like a friend of mine manufactures 10th-ounce silver coins, so they look kind of like a dime. And I think it's really a good idea, so I got a pile of those also, just because, it's a medium of exchange. That's all it is.
Well, you can get those Eisenhower dimes for practically at spot price, can't you? The junk coins from the early 60s and 50s and 60s.
Yeah, I guess you could. I just rather buy them new, and they come neat and packed.
They say, well, this gold to silver ratio has been such a difficult equation to crack. And I try to point out, that may be true. But silver has a couple of very unusual characteristics. Firstly, it pools at the surface, unlike gold, which tends to be miles below ground, which means almost all of the available silver has been mined. The rest is just coming as a byproduct of copper production. And the other thing we try to point out here on the show, silver is consumed in everything. Unlike gold, it's in your cell phone right now, your telephone, the light switches on the wall, but in tiny amounts, maybe 1 penny.
And used in water purification.
Exactly. It is used in your Brita water filters, and it's consumed, and it's thrown into the disposal. And it's not coming back because it's not economical to recycle such small amounts, whereas gold is stockpiled. There could be not much more gold above ground than there is silver.
No, already there's more gold than silver above ground. Silver is depleting. Silver is going down at high speed right now. I guess it depends on what stats you look at, but that's the one I look at. The point here is this, I'm not really much of a speculator. Speculation means I'm counting on something happening in the future I have no control over. So I just want to have my gun, my gold, my food. Go to richdad.com. It's called Shooting the Sacred Cows. It's $10, and then show it to your friends, It's a DVD, so you can watch it. And it's good for all your friends who are naysayers of gold and silver. I think they'll really enjoy it. It's about an hour long, and I think it'll show them how it started in 1913 with the formation of the Fed plus the Internal Revenue Service. People blame the subprime market, but this has been coming a long time. And if people don't wake up, well, then they'll be come knocking on your door. Yeah, it depends on who you talk to. Like I said, collapse, not everybody gets wiped out. But as you and I know, the middle class and poor will probably get wiped out. If I can give you the 5 Gs, what's in a collapse, number 1 is gun, number 2 is gold, number 3 is ground, you're going to have real estate, number 4 is gasoline, and number 5 is food, grub. But anyway, the point here is this, if you're prepared, you're not, the only reason I buy all that stuff is I don't want to think about it. I don't want to guess, well, what if it happens, I don't want to argue with anybody. If it happens, I'm ready. If it doesn't happen, I'm still ready.
I want to thank you for imparting a lot of wisdom here and wish you a very safe and profitable week ahead.
All right. Thanks very much.